just an evil nigga. See? See? I don't think God is God, the word God, is that Hebrew? Huh? It's Yahweh. Is that right? So the God, the concept of God, that's some made up shit. We'll get into it. That's right. And so you see right here, do you notice every time them crackers always blessing you, they blocking your pineal gland? You see that? Always putting his hand over your head. Look at this nigga. See? Heal this nigga, Lord. Blocking his damn penile gland. Kill this nigga, Lord. Kill him down in the depths of his mind. See? Ain't nobody ever seen no goddamn heaven. But when that's when you've been enslaved by your enemy. You understand? Spiritual enslavement when the enemy becomes the deity. See? Religion is the deification of your culture. You understand what I'm saying? That's why in most people's religion, their language is the holy language. Huh? The trees that's in their environment, those are the sacred trees. In Egypt, it was the sycamore tree. You understand? In some parts of the Bible, the palm tree. You understand what I'm saying? This, that. So most times than not, wherever the religion comes from, the animals that's in that area becomes the sacred animals, the camel. You understand? When in Africa and in Egypt, you had the ibis, the hippopotamus. All those animals became a deification or some principle in the metal netter. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so when you look at, just like we have all these football teams, you got what you call a totem. Whether it's the Falcons, whether it's whatever. That's a totem. Where you deify some particular animal and that becomes your totem. They recognize you based on that totem. Okay, so more times than not in that religion, the animals of that area are the deified animals. So religion is the deification of a people's culture. And it should be no way you end up with another man's religion once you understand what it is. See, now that's why we look over Africa. Okay? We look over Africa. Every other goddamn religion, the Holy Land flies us over Africa. Okay? Flies us into Mecca. Flies us into Israel. I understand the Israel concept. Yes, it's connected to Africa. But there's some racist shit in that Bible. Okay? And our brothers in the Bible, in the Hebrew faith, in the Christian faith, that's in so deep, gonna have to look at this. Because you're gonna have to answer for this. Okay? Because when you're talking about the Canaanites in the Bible, they are of the African tribes. You got three, as we deal with this, Adam and Eve. We know that's bullshit. Okay? But those are what you call the Adamites. Then you have the flood. And supposedly they just wiped out everybody. That's why they created the flood. So they can get rid of all that African history that preceded their ass. And say all of a sudden it started right here. Now we all even all of a sudden. See what I'm saying? And when you look at the three sons of Noah, when you look at Ham, Shem, Japheth, Ham is already a nation. When you look at them, they tribes. Japheth and Shem, they stay tribes for damn near 1,000 years. 2,000 years after the Hamites. When you open up the Bible, Genesis 1:2, Ethiopia is already a nation. Ain't no Abraham, ain't no goddamn Moses. Africa predates the Bible. It predates the Quran. Okay? And so we got to get past just, being myopic and being caught in a book. It's just like being the genie in a damn lamp. The only thing is the lamp has been replaced with a book. You can't get out. You're trapped between the covers. But yet we say God is awesome in all things, everywhere, at all times. But how the hell is it trapped in a book? I got limitations. You see what I'm saying? Let's dig. And so you see, as we say, that this been going on, and it has not stopped. This is a continuation of slavery. Christianity, the Pope, the church, they the ones that okayed the goddamn slave trade. The Pope said, bring the servitude all infidels and heathens. Okay? How the hell we gonna follow that? How we gonna deal with that? Your nigga still got to, and you got to talk the nigga into it. And logically you can't see it. Logically you can't see it. Okay? Now listen to this. I didn't even but I can go in there and find out what book this is. I want y'all to listen to this. I think this was in Proverbs, or it was Ecclesiastes. It says, he hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also he has set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. So the question I'm asking you, what is Genesis and what is Revelations? Because ain't no man supposed to know that. Huh? Wait a minute, let me go over that. So that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. So what is Genesis and what is Revelations? Because ain't no man supposed to know that. See, they put all that shit together. It was never meant to be put together. And then some truths contradict other truths. That's life. You understand what I'm saying? When you know your life is like a card of decks. A deck of cards. You understand what I'm saying? So what you do is good concepts, you put it in your deck. And you play it when it's a winning card. You ain't got to be so goddamn and think you got to do it all the time. You understand? When you ever be playing spades and shit, and it be one of them old weak-ass books. You'll win with a 9 and shit. Niggas playing games and shit, you'll never think you will never count that 9. But sometimes it'll slide on in. So you just put it in there and you use it when it's a winning card. You niggas don't understand that. Y'all just one way all the goddamn time. Somebody give you a good concept, you can't deal with it. Nigga, you my pick. You as a slave. Okay? Let me go on past this. And so, just like when you, The Wizard of Oz, that's a very deep movie. Y'all need to watch that. Everybody looking for something. And everybody looking on the outside for it. Everybody got to go to the wizard. This big old guy, everybody looking for the guy, and then they creep up on the goddamn guy. He making all this noise, fire, and everything, go around the back, and they find it's a little cracker Jew talking through a goddamn microphone. See, y'all don't understand that. And the cracker telling on himself, he telling you exactly what he doing. And so, now look, see, just like the man is behind the scene talking for the big bad wizard. See right there in the confessional? See, ain't no goddamn God talking to you. Every time you go and deal with God, it's a man. Google God. See what the number is. Dial it. I bet you a man pick up. All the time. You never talk to God. See? Big bad ass God. Huh? And then we down at the basketball game. Just open up the sky, nigga. Say, here I am. One time, it just hurt. One time, just say, here I am. No, that ain't right. Because when we learn about the laws of opposites, God ain't going to be all on one side. God going to be, both sides. That's balance. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be some time that, if God was here, he would have been and showed himself by now. Or has he? Or has she? But it ain't what y'all think. It's in creation. The evidence of creation is God that y'all talking about. Ain't no goddamn man in no goddamn sky or no woman in the sky. We put our image up there because God is supposed to reflect you and your family. You understand? When you do that, that's the sacred thing that keep you taking care of your family. When your deity is your family, you will do these things. But when you ain't got when your deity is another man, see these niggas bleaching their skin. Why? They love the cracker more than they love themselves. See? So you can't make no excuses for this white Jesus. And everybody can worship. That's bullshit. You're supposed to worship one religion, your indigenous religion. It will teach you to take care of your land, your woman, your children. That's your economy. So that's the reason why we in the predicament we in. We ain't got no fucking land. We don't get no resources. We don't manufacture a goddamn thing. That's the dilemma we in. Every motherfucker out here can go back home. The Mexican can shoot his ass south. The goddamn Chinese can go back home. The Italian can go back home. See, we can go back, but where do we go? We're in a predicament of the ages. See? Us in America, we're in a predicament of the ages. Because now we got to know who wants us in Africa. I know it's a lot of people, but who want us? See? We ain't made no connections. We don't even know. It's some people that want us, but we ain't made no, we're in a dilemma. We just floating in the air. You know what I'm saying? No home, no vision. And so that's why we're in a predicament. And Garvey tried to give us one. And none of these niggas give us no land concept. Huh? And I hate to cut into motherfuckers. But that's the difference between Garvey and all other groups. He had an out program. That if these crackers is not, we can't do it here, we getting the fuck up out of here. And the best thing to do is get the fuck. If you know what I'm saying, we moving in that direction. Because the cracker is in his nature to do what he's doing to us. Don't let no motherfucker tell you we all even. That's a goddamn lie. The cracker is a beast. Okay? He sleeps with animals. He sleeps with babies. You understand? His population is decreasing substantially. And you gonna follow a man that's already committing suicide? You a goddamn fool. So you got to turn back. You got to turn. And so this is the same concept right here. They playing it all on your ass. And this motherfucker's the worst in there giving you the information. Sleeping with babies. And he speaks for God. You in trouble. You in trouble. You got to understand that. And you niggas sit there with that raggedy ass Bible. Listen to me. Can I tell the truth? Sitting on the same damn page. It's one rusty ass, two rusty ass pages. No, you ain't went in it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's when if you go in it, you will see some of the bullshit. Not some truth. It's some truth. But anything the white man that put his hands on, y'all got to understand, he done corrupted it. King James was a homosexual. That's just a fact. His own people done told on him. If you go to Westminster Abbey, do you know he's the only sovereign in that cathedral that was buried with a man next to him? He buried his goddamn lover next to him. Well, all the other kings had their queens in there. He got his goddamn man lover. Y'all don't know that, do y'all? We'll go to Westminster Abbey and find out. But he wasn't the only faggot. Damn, I mean, why do it, niggas is, they play so many games. Why is it so hard for me to convince you that a cracker is a homosexual? See, y'all act like, when you say King James is a homosexual, they just act like that shit don't run rampant in the white race. He wasn't no homosexual. You understand that's what a nigga is. He'll make up an excuse for a cracker when a cracker won't make up a goddamn excuse for itself. That's a goddamn nigga. Okay? And I'm gonna look these niggas in their eye tonight. Hopefully they ran out already. See? So you look up here. It's always a man. And the Catholic priests, they got goddamn lawsuits all over the goddamn place. You understand the psychological damage that they done to them babies. But you know what? The killing part about it is that their mamas and daddies sent a lot of them on over to the priests. If you read it in Greek history, they groomed their sons for the kings. See? That's old traditions. I got shit that I would never show today because we got babies in here. But they got incest cartoons. Y'all got to watch that shit. Because you can put in there Scooby-Doo or any of the kids' mind, and they got cartoons. Doing all type of nasty shit. Even with that content thing on it, some of them still slide through. So you have to be careful about that. Because your baby might not let you know. And if that shit is affected, I'm just being real. You understand? These motherfuckers is cunning. And they know that our babies like them cartoons, and that's where they go. Got every last goddamn cartoon you ever doing wicked shit. Homosexual shit, bestial shit. I'm just being upfront, so y'all got to watch that. Even with the content thing on, I did it. And I went down. It wasn't many, but it did get through. So you got to watch. And, mother on daughter, mother on son, all across the internet. So you got to separate from that beast. And all that wicked shit that you see on the internet is in his religion. If you go through it enough and you read, it's there. Okay? So y'all got to be very critical when you're looking at these books. Look, I ain't even go, but look, I never thought it could work. That's the same goddamn cracker. Same guy. I'm just showing you the image. As soon as I seen that silly ass image, I say, damn, that looks just like God on the 16th chapter. See, when your goddamn God, when you can put your God next to a silly looking ass cracker like that, you know you just fucked up. Something is wrong. All right. Talk about conquered by religion now. I got to go hard on this. Look, them dumb motherfuckers fell for it. You see what I'm saying? That's all he's saying. And so, just as the priest speaks for God in the confessional, a man speaks for God in the Bible. It's the same thing. Ain't no God ever wrote no book or published no book. Okay? And if God handed Moses some 10 commandments, why? He was 80 years old. Ain't no damn old ass man gonna have. Why you gonna have